Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Fred Speaks. I pray this podcast finds you in the best of health and spirits. Welcome, friends. This is Fred, the host of Fred Speaks. I am super excited about this episode of Fred Speaks podcast. The topic for this episode is hold your peace. And I was looking at that word hold, and there was a couple definitions that stood out to me. One was to have or keep in the hand, keep fast, grasp. And the other was to remain or continue in a specified state, relation, and also cling. And there is power in holding your peace. And I know a lot of people like, whatever, I don't want to hold my peace. But for a Christian, holding your peace is more than just quieting down or hushing up. God calls his people to have restraint and self-control. We are to replace outrage with joy at the goodness of Jesus. And we sang that song, said, when I think of the goodness of Jesus and all that he's done for me, my soul cries out, hallelujah. But having that self-control and that restraint is easier said than done. What about when you just want to cuss somebody out for something they said or did to you? And it's like in your mind, you feel like this is the only way that this is going to be resolved is I got to take action. I got to let this person know that what they did or what they said, I do not appreciate it. And I ain't thinking about God, Jesus, Buddha, nobody else. Right now, all I'm thinking about is I need to let them know how I feel. But hold up. Check yourself. The old saying, the song, check yourself before you wreck yourself. God gave you your peace. So why would you give it up or give it away for a few seconds of cussing someone out or ready to fight them or getting in a fight? Why would you do that? Why would you give up your peace? Your day or your evening is all jacked up or ruined. And the devil is laughing at you saying, I made them feel that by taking action, confronting this person, that they would have regained some power, some control, and also they would have retained their peace, but now they're full of anger and rage. And it's amazing how once you say something, you can't get it back. You can't take it back. And now you feel like, oh man, I shouldn't have done that. I should have held my peace. I should have had some restraint, some self-control. But now it's out there. But holding your peace is not a sign of weakness. And I think that's something that we, as human beings, we feel like, I'm not going to let them get away with this. If I don't say something, they're going to feel they can do this all the time, or they can say or do whatever. And I don't think God is wanting us to not be able to have conversations with others and express that, how we feel, but not out of anger, not out of, being in a state of, not being in control. But, holding your peace is a sign of strength and power. It's not power over anyone else, but it's power over self. And something I've learned over the years is that if you can tame the lion in yourself, then you'll be amazed at what you can do when it comes to others. And I was thinking about in the book of Exodus, the 14th chapter and the 13th through the 14th verse. And it reads, and it says, "And Moses said unto the people, Fear ye not, stand still and see the salvation of the Lord, which he will show to you today. For the Egyptians whom ye have seen today, ye shall see them again no more forever. The Lord shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace." And so here, everyone knows the story, but if you don't know it, you can go back and read it. But here, Moses had delivered the children of Israel. He had brought them out of Egypt. And here they are. They're on their journey out. And the Red Sea is in front of them. And behind them is Pharaoh's army. But Moses was basically trying to let them know that, look, it's nothing you got to do. I know you want to cuss right now. I know you want to start just saying all kinds of things about, we were in Egypt and all of this, and now we're out here and we're about to die. But hold your peace and watch and see that the Lord will fight your battle. He will do the things that you want to do, but you're taking a different approach. He can do it, and there won't be anybody hurt. He can touch their heart. He can touch their minds. And before you know it, they'll be coming to you and they're like, man, I'm so sorry for what I said to you or what I did to you. But then if you take action and you try to do it yourself, a lot of times we make a mess of it because we want to give people a piece of our mind. And like I said, God is not saying that you shouldn't have conversations with people, but it's when we do it out of rage and anger that causes us, to have issues with this person or with people for years and years and years and years. But Moses was letting them know, just watch. I know you want to do something. I know you want to lash out, but just watch and see what God can do. So even when we feel like cussing somebody out or fighting someone, if we can hold our peace, the Lord will fight for us. He will come to our aid. He can do a much better job than we can do. So in the saying that I see a lot on Facebook, I don't know who needs to hear this, but I believe that there's so many of us that we struggle with, especially those that are Christians, is that, I'm a Christian, but I just want to cross this line and just, but the thing about it that in my experience, the times that I've done that, And it was like torment. It was torment, like, man, there was a better way. I could have did this better than what I did. But, out of anger or frustration, I lashed out at this person. And now they're hurt. They're hurt. And they, a lot of times people don't even know, things that they're doing that really bother you. And a lot of times they're just being themselves and not trying to be hurtful, but, like dealing with somebody that's sarcastic. And it's not only you they're that way, but it's with everybody that they just have a sarcastic personality. And if you don't know the person, you would take it in the wrong way. But then there are some people that I'm not even trying to justify their actions. They purposely do things or say things to hurt. But again, God gave us our peace. If you have any peace in your life, God gave it to you. And so it's precious, it's valuable, and we should hold on to it. We should just cling to it. Like I prefer and I must have peace in my life. That although I'm free to do or not do, to respond to this person in a negative way, I choose to hold on to my peace. It's my peace. And when I lash out and cuss this person out or want to fight this person, I basically given up my peace, and God gave it to me. So why would I give it up? But I'm going to hold to my peace. So I just want to encourage you, if you're struggling or dealing with something in your life where, someone is really getting to you, let us hold our peace and look to God, look to Jesus for help. Talk to him concerning the situation. And watch and see. Be patient, and you'll see that God will work it out. And it may not be the way the human mind wants to see it, because sometimes we're thinking, I want something bad to happen to this person. But wouldn't it be great if the person comes to you and they have a forgiving heart and a broken contract spirit, and they want your forgiveness? They're truly sorry for what they've done, how they've treated you. I would rather have that than to see the person, get in an accident, they're in the hospital, or something bad happen to them or their family. I would pray that God would touch their heart, that they can see their actions and what they're doing. So I just want to encourage you, if you're struggling with this, hold your peace. It's yours. Don't give it up. Don't give up your peace. Peace is valuable. There's so many people that go home at the end of the day, they have no peace. But if you have peace in your life, hold on to it with all you got. And don't let these little things, these little issues cause you to give it up. And like I said before, once you say something, it's out there. You can't reel it back in. It's out there. And then, you were struggling, you were dealing with something, and now there's somebody else that is hurt as well. And now they're struggling. But if we can hold our peace and we can see God work, and this person could be standing there like, I don't get, I've said this to her, I've done this, and they're not responding. They're not getting down to my level. So there is power in holding your peace. So hold on to that power. Hold on to your peace, that strength that you have in your life. Hold on to it. So I pray that everyone, was able to get something out of this podcast, and I would like to encourage you to join us for another episode of Fred Speaks.